As the days are getting colder, it is time to do our first ever hot chocolate review on this channel. Now, today I'm going to be reviewing Trader Joe's salted caramel flavored hot cocoa. I think it's interesting that I've never reviewed any types of hot cocoa or hot chocolate on this channel because as a kid, before I was a coffee drinker, before I was a tea drinker, I had to have a cup of hot chocolate every morning when my parents were preparing their own coffee. That was kind of my morning beverage. So it's only right that we go a little old school, and I'm going to say old school for a few reasons, and I review the salted caramel flavored hot chocolate. Now, I love nostalgia. I love going back to my roots, and why not go back to something I was so fondly of? As a kid, my choices for hot chocolate were usually Swiss Miss or Nestle because they were easy for my parents to prepare and easy for me to prepare for myself when I was home alone because they came in those little single serve packages and all you had to do was add water or add milk. However, salted caramel kind of drew my eye because salted caramel isn't necessarily a flavor I go to for anything, for coffee, for hot chocolate, for tea if they make it. I'm usually more traditional, or I like to go with like a vanilla hot chocolate instead of something like salted caramel. But that's not saying I don't like the taste, it's just not my first pick. Now, I saw this at Trader Joe's and I had to pick it up because I love Trader Joe's seasonal stuff and it had a really like old school nostalgia looking container because growing up in the 90s, I was 100% used to the single serve hot chocolates and to have this in a tin is interesting. Now, let's look at I'm going to say it's a mission statement or it's a product description. Now, it says Trader Joe's salted caramel flavored hot cocoa is a chocolatey treat that's both sweet and salty. We've paired rich cocoa with the flavor of creamy salted caramel to craft a delicious hot cocoa that's ideal for enjoying on those chilly winter days and nights. Add marshmallows and enjoy. Now, I don't have any marshmallows, so we prepared this straight up. It does say to prepare it, mix 1 scoop or 3 tablespoons with 3/4 cups of hot water and stir well. Now, you may be wondering, what do you mean scoop? And why would it give scoop or tablespoons? Well, upon opening this, I realized that by scoop, they've included, to my knowledge, the only thing I know this as, it's pretty much a protein scoop in here. It's a plastic scooper, big little spoon thing. But I saw this and immediately thought protein, which I thought was hilarious. Now, if we're wondering, this does have a nice chocolatey look to it, but for anyone who does have food allergies, this does contain milk and coconut in the ingredients. And, going back to my roots, I was a big Batman fan, so I had to pull out the big Batman mug for this. I've prepared this already. So let's take some sips and let's see what salted caramel hot cocoa really tastes like from Trader Joe's because if we're being honest, I'm skeptical of this only because some hot cocos I've had, which I did prepare this with water, don't really give a chocolatey flavor. They do taste a little too watery, but this is giving off a nice scent. This is giving me hope that this is going to taste really chocolatey. I probably would have prepared it with milk if I had milk, but I realize I don't in the fridge. So maybe in the future we might need to pick up this milk and try it again, but maybe we won't because maybe the water's just going to be enough. 1 scoop of that was a whole lot. So let's take some sips. Wow. Now, you guys might have thought I said that sarcastically, but I'm going to be honest. I've had a lot of hot chocolates in my 29-year-old life. And so far, up until this point, my favorite go-to brand is Land O'Lakes because they make a white hot chocolate as well as a mint hot chocolate, which on certain days when you want a little variety, those are good. Where does Trader Joe's stack up with their salted caramel? Well, upon the sips that I'm taking, even with preparing this with just, hot water, this is really freaking good. So, it doesn't taste watered down. You do get a nice chocolatey salted caramel taste to it. And it blends itself together really well. to the point where I'm going to be honest, I'm highly impressed. This is not what I was expecting. Trader Joe's has always created like quality products in what they put out, and I'm never really disappointed. But the hot chocolate fiascos that I've had in the past, I was kind of expecting another one of those. Now, maybe it's because within the ingredients it does contain milk and coconut, which are definitely going to add to a creamier flavor. But this is good, and I am very, very happy with salted caramel Trader Joe's hot cocoa. Now, I've never really had a hot cocoa scale on the channel, at least. Personally, I have. And with salted caramel, as I mentioned, not being usually one of my go-to flavors, that might have just changed right now. Because if I were going to rate this, I would give this, and the number's sticking out to me immediately, I would give this an 8.7 on the scale. It's great. It has that little bit of the salted caramel tang to it, but you get a nice chocolatey flavor, and it's creamy. So I am not disappointed at all. I'm happy I picked this up, and I'm probably going to pick up more of it because this season it might be time to bring hot cocoa back into my life after so many years since I've last had it. Trader Joe's, you've done a great job, and I would keep this line up. If you can continue to create different flavors of it, I will be glad to pick them all up and enjoy them on a cold, chilly night like it is tonight. So guys, that's my little quick review of Trader Joe's salted caramel hot cocoa. 8.7, it's good. If you've had it, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, it's cocoa time, we'll call it. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll check you later. Have a good one. See you, bye.